Now, the script might have been written by a satirist, a fizzy drink, a glamorous actress and a highly charged political issue. Scarlett Johansson's attempt to reconcile her position as an ambassador for Oxfam with her trousering of a lot of money from a company called Sodastream didn't take long. A girl's got to eat, after all. So bye-bye Oxfam, hello world. Specifically, hello American football fans, with her appearance in a commercial for a company which manufactures in the occupied West Bank.
Like most actors, my real job is saving the world.
Hollywood film star, Oxfam ambassador and Sodastream girl. This week, the actress found you can't have it all.
If only I could make this message go viral.
She's certainly done that, but perhaps not in the way that Sodastream intended. You may remember Sodastream from 1980s Britain. But the bottles behind those dodgy bouffons are now made here, at Ma'ale Adumim, a Jewish settlement built on occupied territory outside Jerusalem. The factory employs around 500 Palestinians who work alongside Jewish settler colleagues. But many campaign groups want a ban on goods produced in Israeli settlements. Oxfam said the ad violated the charity's support for human rights and pressed Johansson to choose a side. In the end, she decided to stick with Sodastream, a less than happy ending to when Hollywood met Palestine.
I just love helping people.
Oh yeah, she done it.
Well, with us now is Ben Phillips, the Director of Policy for Oxfam. If these Palestinians are being well paid and being paid the same as their Israeli compatriots, or sorry, their Israeli colleagues, what's wrong?
Our criticism is not of Sodastream's labour conditions. The issue is that factory doesn't belong to Israel. It doesn't belong to Sodastream. It belongs to the people who own that land, who were thrown off that land in order that settlements can be built. This isn't about soda and it's not about celebrities. It's about settlements. The settlements impoverish the Palestinians. And if I said to you, Jeremy, that I've taken your house, but now you can have a job, and now I've turned it into a hotel as a porter, that wouldn't be enough. So the issue is settlements. Settlements hurt Palestinians.
So if this factory were inside Israel, there would be no problem for you?
Oxfam doesn't support a boycott against Israel. We've been very, very clear about that. This factory and the settlements are not in Israel. That's the position of international law, and the settlements hurt Palestinians.
So if it was inside pre-67 borders, Israeli borders, you wouldn't have a problem?
We've never called for a boycott of Israel.
You're not quite answering the question.
There would be no problem. There would be no issue.
So what could Sodastream do to comply with to meet your objection?
They could fulfil international law and not be in illegal settlements, not be in someone else's territory.
So they have to shut the factory down?
If you meet the people that live outside of the settlements, the people that are close to the settlements, they can't get permits for building. They can be thrown out of their homes. 100 people had their homes taken away from their homes last month, just last month. So the settlements are hurting people across the West Bank.
That's not Sodastream's business, taking away people's homes, is it?
We're not here to criticise Sodastream. We're here to focus on the settlements and the harm that they do.
It's Sodastream that's brought this to a head, as you know. So there is really nothing that Sodastream could do to meet your objections, bar shutting down the factory and locating somewhere else.
They should not be in the settlements, which are illegal. Okay. No company should be in the settlements, which are illegal. In fact, the settlements need to go because they hurt Palestinians, they impoverish them, they make it hard to get access to water, to land, to housing. It's damaging for the Palestinian people.
I wonder if you have any qualms at all about what seems to some people to be the bullying of Scarlett Johansson.
I think Scarlett Johansson did excellent work for Oxfam. I have absolutely no criticism of Scarlett Johansson.
Why couldn't she continue being an Oxfam representative then and do her commercials for Sodastream?
Scarlett Johansson resigned from Oxfam. Oxfam's made its position very clear on the settlements. The settlements hurt Palestinian people.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Well, to respond to that is Daniel Birnbaum, the CEO of Sodastream. He's in Tel Aviv now. Can you hear me, Mr. Birnbaum?
I can, Jeremy.
Excellent. Thank you very much. How much did you pay Scarlett Johansson for this ad, as a matter of interest?
It's not about money, and we don't disclose the commercial terms that we have with Scarlett. I can tell you that her decision has not been financially motivated, but rather humanitarian driven, because she truly cares about people and about bringing peace to the region in the Middle East, and doing so within a two-state solution.
How do you feel about being part of the occupation of territories seized from another country?
Well, what I'm doing at Sodastream in the factory of Mishar Dumim is occupying Palestinians side by side with Israelis. It's not a settlement, it's a factory. In fact, we are part of the Palestinian economy and possibly part of the future, the seeds of the future Palestinian state. We are not financing the settlement economy. We are giving equal rights, equal wages, equal benefits, and equal opportunity to Palestinians.
But
we're proud about what we're doing in this factory.
But you have taken a political position in choosing to operate this factory inside the occupied territories. You accept that at least?
No, I inherited this factory. It's been there for 17 years, and it's operating under the agreement of the Palestinians themselves. And this is an inconvenient truth that many people forget. According to the Oslo Accord of 1993, the Palestinians themselves agreed that Area C, and this factory is located in Area C of the West Bank, will be operated under the Israeli administration until the final borders will be drawn. And that is how we are operating. And that's a good thing for the Palestinians who work for me, because we're paying them Israeli wages, which is about 4 times more than what they would earn in the Palestinian Authority if they were lucky enough to even have a job, because the unemployment there is between 30 and 40%.
Well, you've just accepted the Oxfam position that you are operating an enterprise within the occupied territories.
Of course we're operating an enterprise within the occupied territories, but my dilemma is, should I throw 1,300 people into unemployment and poverty? We are feeding 5,000 Palestinians in this factory. We employ 500. Each one feeds 10. So 5,000 people have health insurance and food on their table because of us. And it's completely cynical and ironic that Oxfam, a human rights organization whom I used to admire tremendously, by the way, are the ones who are telling me to throw these people into poverty, into unemployment. I can't understand how throwing 1,300 people into unemployment will promote peace.
Okay, let me just ask, the Oxfam gentleman is still here. Can you explain that?
You cannot claim that the settlements are a Palestinian employment program. The settlements impoverish people. The figures that have been cited about 30% unemployment, why is that? Is that perhaps because there are roadblocks every half hour? Is that because it's impossible for a Palestinian to establish their own factory because they cannot get permits in areas that are close to settlements?
Okay, let's
is that
talk
because
about
the Palestinian olive oil industry is collapsing because of the settlements?
Okay, right, there may be many things going on, many imponderables, but we're talking about this one concern, this one factory, which, as you have heard and as you well know, employs Palestinians. And you want to see them chucked out, do you?
We want to see that land returned to the people that were thrown off that land.
So you do?
We want to see the return of the land, yes.
Would you like to see that factory cease to employ Palestinians on that site?
You could imagine a new scenario in which a Palestinian company...
We can imagine all sorts of things. We can imagine the world's made of green cheese.
And they could have an arrangement with Sodastream.
What do you want?
We want the settlements to end because we've seen the damage that's caused.
So you want this factory shut down?
The economy cannot be supported.
You want this factory shut down?
You can't operate factories and settlements and then say that the settlements are wrong.
Do you want this factory shut down or not?
We want no factories in the settlements because the settlements are illegal.
Okay. There you are. That's unambiguous, Mr. Birnbaum.
I can tell you that Senator George Mitchell, who brokered peace in Northern Ireland, you're very aware of his work. He was commissioned by President Obama to broker peace in the Middle East, visited Sodastream and said that we are a glimmer of cooperation between Palestinians and Israelis. There's not a lot of glimmers of light in this part of the world. You do not shut them down. You do not go back to darkness if you can celebrate the light. This factory is a dream for activists and for politicians, because we're proving that there can be peace in the Middle East.
Right.
I invite
Okay.
the Oxfam folks, Mr. Phillips, and they can all come and see it before they shut it down.
Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you both very much. Now.